All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here at Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Making the tackle there, Corn Elder.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
From the gun, here's Hill. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Gun!
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down is Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. They'll run with a rookie. It's Boston Scott. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, here's Hill. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught at the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Check. Be good. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship.
A give. This is Kamara. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Leopard.
On 2nd down now, Scott. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Hurry up. Here we go.
Here's Hill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Julius Peppers. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Gun.
2nd and 10, Newton again. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. And And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his second season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
That boy's got four down.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Hill now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Ingram's got the first down and more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Newton on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, hey.
To the air again, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Newton. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gano out to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Now Hill looking to throw on first. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Under.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Hill. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Hill. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's Hill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and it's 3rd and short.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
4 down. Check.
Gun. Watch him now, Barney.
Shift.
All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Go, baby. Turnover. Get that ball.
Hill on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Newton now to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Gun.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Looking here for Smith downfield. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Past the 20. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. From the red zone now, Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 2. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Hill throwing once more, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Hill. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Hey!
Kill, turn up.
Great.
I got him. He's mine.
Express.
Now Newton on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. Finding some room at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To throw again. Newton over the middle, complete. That's more. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
4 down. 51.
They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Alex Okafor in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to fire one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
One set. Eyes up. One set. I got one.
Set. 780.
Here's Newton. And it's caught. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Ready. 90.
Now this time, Breeze will throw. Going up top. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 45 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Scott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop, it's Delvin Breaux.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Right,
the stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gone!
On 2nd down, here's Hill. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Gone!
From the gun, here's Hill. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Hey.
Set. 180. Look at it.
Watch 89.
So the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
We got 4.
You're set. Black 80.
Again, it's Kelly. Oh, he shifts past him. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Four down.
Here's Newton now on second down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down is Newton.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
No. Check. Patriot.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, Hill. Now this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Gun! Detroit!
Out of the gun, Hill. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Man, it's a tough area in the field to try and run a draw play out of the gun. You know you're going to face a good push up front, and here they swallow him up for no gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
That's right. Even. 4 down. Even. Let's rock now.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd down is Hill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The Saints on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Hill flushed out right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2.
Hey, switch gears.
Over!
And now he'll tuck it and run. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1. You want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. Uses the spin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Single, slot. 21.
To throw is Breeze. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
2nd and 10. Hill again. He'll let it fly in the direction again. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the 1st, but instead it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And Gibbs got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Gone!
Now Hill looking to throw on first. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Gun!
Yeah, Mike. All day, dog.
Here's Hill now on 2nd down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Yeah, baby.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
4 down.
Leopard!
Mike by 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
He's back to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now
right,
after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Gun!
58 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield and try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And the Saints signal for another timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Watch 88. Great. 8. See the receiver. Hey, you're on an island.
Newton's going to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, I haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't like a target that size. I mean, that's a big, tall receiver, and somehow he missed him anyway.
Yeah, tempting to just put it out there for him to go get it, but dangerous throw and not on target.
Yeah, sometimes even a receiver with that type of catch radius can't haul them in if they're not accurate.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Hill on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they work this out past the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. On 1st and 10, Hill. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hey. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Take motion.
On 1st down, it's Hill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Throwing here, Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Flushed out right, and it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Carolina, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's now 14 games without a win with time running out to try and get one. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.